Good morning, everyone. This is Manav, and this in the back is Darius, my little 7-year-old sweetheart. Uh, I will just tell you a bit about myself. I am Manav Sachdeva, and I was working in Afghanistan. In 2019, I finished my work there, and in February, and then came to Ukraine. My wife and our kids were there, and I didn't. I came there thinking that I'll perhaps work there or figure out my life there, and slowly slipped into the trailing spouse role, and I guess it was hard, and it remains a memory of hard time in some ways. We had moved a few years earlier from Michigan, from the US, and then I kind of followed my wife's role there in 2016, and then in between I'd gone away to Afghanistan for my work and then came back there. Up until last year I was there as a trailing spouse, and then we moved here in March last year after the war in Ukraine started. My wife's UN job there was, as I think we presented as well, ended. Rather, she left or resigned because of the war situation and because of these little munchkins, and also just we didn't want to be there during the conflict, and even though the UN was willing in some ways for us to be there. Where else have we lived? We've lived pretty much around the world. I have lived in Afghanistan. I've lived in Kyrgyzstan in Central Asia. I've lived in Ukraine, in Kosovo, in the Balkans for a couple of years, in the US, in New York for about 5 years, in shorter times in Malaysia, in Liberia, with shorter trips to Austria and to many other sort of spaces. In also South America, I went for a stint in Guyana, used to be British Guyana, and what I thought about the trailing spouse world before I joined that journey was that it is one where creature comforts or life comforts are what matters, and having support and stuff. But what I wasn't prepared for is the psychological toll it takes sometimes, and how one can lose sense of purpose or sense of life and such. And so that was a bit hard, and it's good to then learn that that's the hardest bit that one doesn't easily find, especially perhaps as a male, a male of let's say American but South Asian descent. Not many in the world who take that role, so that's hard. And so in India, in Delhi, that we've been here a year, it's I take a lot of time to manage and support our sweet kids, their school and stuff. Of course, my wife also takes a very active role, but I try to be there as much as possible. What did it? I didn't know too many men who had done it, so I think I was out on limb. The first couple of years were quite complicated. I think in the last 6 to 8 years, I've also gained a good bit of extra pounds, which were not necessary, but they were maybe stress related. I think what's been positive is also I've got a chance to work a bit more on the literature and poetry, but that's also been challenging. I sometimes found it easier to have a sense of self-worth with the UN work, and then be able to work a lot more on literature. sometimes it's not. It's been fantastic spending time with the little guy over there. He loves to talk to me about beautiful things like history and the world, and we play chess, and sometimes he educates me about certain, wars and stuff, and also some other times with my daughter, and just it's been great. For Delhi, it's the advice I guess would be that here you're spoiled for riches in terms of architecture, to enjoy the foods, to enjoy the places to go within India, within Delhi. So I guess embrace it. Go to all galleries, go to all fun places, and just maybe also take a lot of classes, because there's so many wonderful classes around here, and I think that makes a difference to become happier here also. uh, I think this best is to know that you're here for 3 years or 4 years, and from that, cross out every day or every week, and just what will I do new this week. So Delhi is in a way a city of 7 8 cities combined. So explore a different side, explore a museum, explore. There's a lot to do with different religions, different cultures, different backgrounds. um, and I'm sure here it's a, if you do want to do a consultancy and contact enough people, that's possible as well. Volunteer opportunities are tremendous. There's, as you can see, there's a tremendous need in the space here, so you can help out. um, or Yeah, it's sometimes it gets fun and light, sometimes heavy, sometimes it's challenging, um, but yeah, like sometimes places are overpopulated. Like my son was saying, we went to Vrindavan one weekend. It does get crowded in some places, so just one lives and learns here. But I think the more you give, the more it gives back. And yeah, that's it. But I just wanted to say super thanks to Nicole for helping me and edit, and also putting my story on trailingspouse.com. It's been phenomenal just to have written that piece, and I'm just so grateful. The trailing-spouse.com on Facebook and as a website is a wonderful place, and it's just really thank you so much, Nicole, and thank you all friends in Delhi Network. We'll see you soon. Sorry I couldn't join you in person. Bye bye for now.